It's so interesting because I was just reading a little clip from a gal on LinkedIn, and she said that she's got this young son who's probably 5 years old. Took him to the park, and they came across a man in a wheelchair, and the little boy went right up to the man in the wheelchair and said, "I'm going to race you, and whoever wins is is just going to be the coolest."
Oh,
And she was so mortified. She was just like afraid of disaster that this man
that's
would get
beautiful
so
though.
offended. But the man said, "All right, here you go." And they started
Yes,
racing each other and
yes.
laughing and being they were just so happy. And then the man said to the mother, he was just like, "Normally I'm not seen. People just like walk right by me and they don't say hello, they
Oh,
don't smile."
oh,
He's like, "Your son was like the first person in months that came up to me
yes.
and not only engaged but made me smile today. So thank you." And she's
Oh my
like,
God.
"From now on, I'm never going to, put some inhibitions on him." And I almost think about that. It's like as adults, it's like we have this fear, like we forget the child in us. We forget that if you just like abandon ego or what anybody else is thinking, or think about, oh gosh, what is society going to think that this is going to be wrong, or what, how am I supposed to behave in this? I think kids are sometimes our best teachers.
They
And
are.
and so,
My,
yeah, it's almost like remembering that child that you used to be helps to kind of unleash a little bit of that inhibition, if you will. And maybe that's a
it,
part of living out loud.
that's a huge story, Jen. Thank you for sharing that story because that's profound. What I see now, what I heard was that kid saw that man as a human and just saw the opportunity to engage with another
Yeah,
human. And he probably made that guy's life in that moment. The guy who's been
yeah,
blown off, not seen, not acknowledged. Now, the mom who probably rubbed up against her own like fear or shame or whatever she had going on, but the kid just saw a guy on wheels. He said, let's go. And he changed the dynamic of that guy's experience. Now, how cool was that? Now that's a perfect example of no filter. The
yep,
kid just saw the opportunity. And that's actually one of my 5 lessons. You kind of nailed it, is doing things that only light your heart up.
yeah,
That kid saw a guy on wheels. He's like, hey, let's race. And he got ready to laugh. He's like, okay, cool. And he like, but that's what we're missing, that human connection, especially right now during this, pandemic and the world being completely different. We're
yeah,
missing the human touch, the human connection.
yeah.
Profound. That's awesome.